Hey, what's going on, my friend? This is Matthew Hamill with a local contractor blueprint. It's actually really early in the morning here, so my lighting is all jacked up and my audio is a little low. But I wanted to get this video out. I've got a ton of stuff to do today, so I had to get this done a little early. But I wanted to get this out because I know you guys have some questions. You're starting to ask questions on some of these videos I'm putting out. So I wanted to start answering them in a timely fashion, right? When I can break away from normal business. So this first question is from, looks like Duga Bomber Gaming. And his question was, well, there's a couple parts to it. But the first question from him was how to make a construction blog. Now, it's very easy to do. What I do, and I kind of start from the beginning of website design. If I'm building a new website for a construction company, I would build the entire website on the WordPress platform. WordPress is very easy to use, very easy to customize. Most developers know how to use it. And there's a blog built into their system. And the nice thing is that the way that content is structured on a WordPress blog versus any other platform like Wix or I don't know, all the other cheap ones you can do yourself, the way the content is structured, Google actually prefers the structure coming from WordPress. So it's very simple to do. It's free. You know, if you buy your domain name and you pay for your hosting, a lot of times you can log into what's called a cPanel. And if you don't know what cPanel is, ask your hosting provider access for your cPanel. And essentially, once you log into cPanel, you can, a lot of times it's a one-click install, and you just find WordPress for the one-click install, click it, boom, it installs, set up a username, set up a password, and you're ready to go and you're ready to start blogging. So now, the next part of his question was, what kind of content should I write? Now, we're talking about writing a blog for a construction company. Our blog is based upon remodeling. So what I would do is take whatever your niche is and start putting together helpful content. And you want to put content out with purpose. You just don't want to write for the sheer joy of writing. You don't want to guess, which by the way, I don't think anybody loves writing. But you don't want to guess on anything. So what you want to do is you want to do some keyword research to make sure that you're writing content based upon search queries that people are actually putting into Google. So that way it eliminates all guesswork and you can answer relevant questions. So what I would do, and there's two tools to do keyword research. There's a free one and there's a premium one. I use them both religiously. The free one is the Google Keyword Planner. All you need to do to access that is create an AdWords account. They're going to ask you for your billing information. Don't worry. They're not going to charge you for anything. They're going to ask you to set up a campaign. Just do the quick steps, walk through it, set up a basic campaign. If your ad's garbage, who cares? Send it to your website, whatever. Just pause the campaign. Remember to pause the campaign. Once the campaign is paused, you now have access to the Google Keyword Planner in the Tools section, and that's where you can start putting in keyword phrases that you think your target audience or your clients, your customers would be typing into Google if they needed help, right? If they needed your specific service. And then the other thing that does is it'll also give you recommended searches or search queries that are similar to the original one that you put in. So that way you have multiple ideas and you can see what your audience is actually looking for. So if you were typing in, let's just say air conditioning, right? Google might show some other keywords that say, how much is air conditioning? Where can I find the best HVAC contractor? How cold should my air conditioning be? Things like that. You'll start seeing multiple keyword phrases come up that you can use for your content, and it just keeps going and going and going, and you have a never-ending supply of content. The next tool is a premium tool. It's about 70, 80 bucks a month. It's called Sem Rush. That's SEMRUSH.com. I think they have like a free trial, so you can test it out. But Sem Rush does all of the stuff the Google Keyword Planner does, plus it gives you insights on competitors. It'll show you what ads they're running for their websites, for their services. It'll show you what keywords they're targeting for their ads, what keywords they're ranking for organically. And then it'll also track your website as well and track the stats, track the rankings, all that fun stuff. So it's a really great tool for doing competitive research and knowing what's going on out there. Plus the suggestions that Sem Rush makes over Google, I think are better. It actually opens things up a lot more for you than Google does, in my opinion. So that's that. And make sure that you always put your content out, whether it's video or a blog, which I highly recommend doing both. Put it out with purpose in mind. You have 3 purposes online. It's either to drive traffic, to generate leads, or to generate sales. That is the only reason for a website. No one cares about your gallery. No one cares about your licenses. No one cares how long you've been in business. Like, no one really cares. People want to know, can you solve my problems, right? So put content out there that helps people solve their problems, but that'll also generate traffic to pieces of content that you can use for lead generation and for sales of your services, right? You want it to be relevant. So always remember that. Always put out content with a purpose. So the other thing was how to promote my blog, and he was, how do people find it, right? Well, there's a few ways to do this. It is a long-term play, right? If you want people to find your blog organically, you have to understand that it is a long-term play. I have one article right now on our blog that is ranking for 200 individual keywords on the first page of Google. It is absolutely nuts, right? The traffic is through the roof. The leads are coming in like crazy, but it took like 8 months to 12, I think it was like 8 to 12 months to get that one piece of content there. Now, the first thing I did is I created the content, I optimized it for SEO. If you jump on YouTube and search for on-site SEO or on-site optimization, it'll kind of run you through the basics of it. It's very, very simple. But if you optimize it for SEO on-site and then you share it to a bunch of social networks, so your Facebook personal page, your Facebook business page, maybe a Facebook group, your Twitter account, your LinkedIn account. You can link back to it from websites like Houzz if you're a remodeling contractor and things like that. But just share it amongst the social networks. And then what we do is we hack the system. We actually send paid traffic to that content. And what it does is if your content is really good, really engaging, keeps people on the site, and they start clicking through to other pages on your website, Google, it's like the fast track to make Google think that you're the authority. And what they'll start doing is, even though you're paying for the traffic, number one, it's going to be cheaper because it's educational content. And for some reason, what we've seen is like if I advertise a service directly, I pay $2 to $5 per click, sometimes 20 bucks a click. But if I'm advertising educational content for those same keywords, I can get clicks for 20 cents, 30 cents. And I have a campaign right now that's generating leads at, I think it's like $3 a piece, but each one of those leads is worth $3,000 to $5,000. I mean, it's absolutely insane. That's why we love content. So, but you can fast track it. Send paid advertising to the content, make sure it's engaging, and then put a killer offer in the content. And that's essentially how you would use a blog in the construction industry. Very, 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 very simple. I thought my camera died for a second. So I hope that helps, man. I'm going to put together a couple other videos for some of these other questions I got. But if you have want more information on blogging, if you like more information on the 8-week course that I've put together on how to generate leads for remodeling companies, or if you're interested in becoming one of our territory partners, we've definitely got some options that we can work together on. Let me know. Leave a comment in the description box, or you can go to the website, Local Contractor Blueprint, fill out the form. I think it's the free coaching link at the top, but fill out the form to set up a call with us, and we can go through some of the options that we have available. Thanks so much for watching the video. This is Matt with Local Contractor Blueprint. Have an amazing day.